one single press, the giant log screams, splitting into pieces. The wood splitter charges into battle. No mercy, no pause. Each plank shoots out like a bullet. This is the arena of steel and pressure. Welcome to the world of Wood Channel. Spalt-fast lift, steel claws, the power to split oak. Amidst a scattered pile of oak logs, the Bi-Stingy Spalt-fast lift stands out with its sturdy gripping claws made of thick steel and a powerful clamping force. The claws open wide, fully enveloping a large oak log, then slowly tighten like an unyielding iron hand. The operator gently lifts the log and precisely positions it for splitting. Once the claws hold firm, a strong pushing force drives the log into the splitting blade, cleaving the tough oak trunk into even, square sections. Each piece falls onto the yard, ready for the next processing step. The Spalt-fast lift is more than just a splitter. It combines the flexibility of the gripping claws with the strength of the splitting blade, making it an optimized machine for handling heavy oak processing tasks. Palex KS43S 720. With the auxiliary splitting blade attached, speed and precision are taken to a whole new level. Pre-cut logs are fed into the machine. Once the additional splitting blade is locked into place at the end of the ram, the entire system awakens with renewed force. The sharp, multi-blade splitter doesn't just have the logs, it divides them into neat, smaller pieces with remarkable speed. A log is placed onto the bed, and the blade is activated. Boom. One clean stroke, and the solid log is instantly split into 4 or even 6 uniform sections, dropping below like a perfectly choreographed move. The pieces are compact, ideal for stacking, packaging, or burning. The upgrade is simple, just an extra blade, but the efficiency boost is massive. The Palex KS43S 720 becomes more than a splitter. It's a log optimization machine. Findus Binderberger 40 Tion, a towering hydraulic monster, standing firm and silent in the middle of the log yard like a steel warrior awaiting orders. The ground beneath it hums faintly. No engine roar, no flashing lights. Only the cross-shaped splitting blade, still and gleaming, waiting for the command to strike. The man approaches in a work coat dusted with sawdust and resin. He pauses, inspecting the log, a thick, freshly cut round, heavy and dense, its sap still glistening along the grain. With sharp, practiced eyes, he places the log onto the splitter bed, hands adjusting its position like a blacksmith preparing metal on the anvil. He pulls the lever. In an instant, the massive hydraulic ram surges forward with unstoppable force, a blast of metal fury. With 40 tons of pressure, it slams the log into the blade. A sharp, echoing crack explodes through the air. The log splits not just in two, but into 4 or 8 precise pieces, depending on the wedge configuration. Wood fibers burst apart, surfaces smooth and sharp, and a thin mist of steam and resin rises from the fresh cut like ghostly smoke. No time is wasted. The woman beside him, equally focused, equally essential, quickly grabs the fragmented pieces, adjusts the partially split sections, and starts loading them onto a rolling cart. Her forehead glistens with sweat, but her movements are fluid, rhythmic, a choreographed dance in this symphony of steel. The whole system moves with the discipline of an industrial war machine, not hurried, but never hesitating. Each pull of the lever unleashes another wave of raw energy. Every cycle is a heartbeat of mechanical might. And then, the next log is rolled into place. Another sequence begins. In the dim glow of late afternoon, amid the crack of wood, the hiss of hydraulics, and the rumble of cart wheels on concrete, the Binderberger 40-ton is no longer just a machine. It is strength made tangible, the embodiment of labor, and a tribute to precision through metal. The Multitech 2040 XP2 wood processor, one of the most advanced firewood machines available, is in full operation at the timber yard, delivering outstanding performance. Designed to handle logs with a diameter of 16 to 20 inches, this industrial giant features a powerful saw system paired with a 12-way wedge splitter, capable of reducing a single log into a dozen uniform firewood pieces in mere seconds. Logs are preloaded on the in-feed deck, resting in neat rows, ready for processing. One by one, each log is hydraulically advanced into cutting position. When aligned, the large circular saw drops with a decisive strike. A crisp, slicing sound rings out as the steel blade drives through the dense core of the wood. The freshly cut log section drops onto the chute below. Without hesitation, a hydraulic pusher moves in, sending the chunk directly into the splitter assembly. With immense force, the log is driven into the 12-way wedge, a radial array of sharpened steel blades that instantly cleaves the wood into multiple even pieces. The entire sequence, cut, drop, push, split, unfolds in a matter of seconds, repeated over and over in a fully automated cycle. The Multitech 2040 XP2 isn't just a machine, it's a compact, high-efficiency wood processing line where mechanical force, precision engineering, and speed come together in seamless synchronization. At a wide-open lumber yard, the Easton-made 48C firewood splitter roars to life with sheer mechanical might, a true iron beast standing tall among the trees. Fixed firmly to the ground, the machine holds steady, unmoved by even the largest logs. In front of it, a feed table steadily delivers one log after another to the splitting zone, all controlled by an operator seated confidently in the control cabinet. A massive log rolls forward. Instantly, a heavy-duty steel wedge slams down, driven by a powerful hydraulic ram, splitting the log into clean, uniform pieces as if the hardwood were nothing more than thick paper. The sharp crack of breaking wood slices through the air. Pieces fall away cleanly, sliding to the sides and landing onto the rear conveyor. The cycle lasts mere seconds. The machine seamlessly advances to the next log, maintaining a steady rhythm. Cut, push, drop, repeat. Finished firewood is sent up a conveyor belt, where it piles into neat stacks like miniature mountains, ready for loading and transport. The Easton-made 48C is more than a log splitter. It's a high-powered system, a mechanical symphony of force, control, and productivity, where every split is a display of industrial efficiency and improved reliability. At a lumber yard filled with large logs, the super-built firewood processor is running with remarkable power and precision. With its modern design, bold color, and advanced hydraulic system, it performs like an industrial-grade machine built for relentless wood splitting. Logs are loaded onto the feed tray, where an automated mechanical arm clamps onto the log and pushes it toward the saw blade. The blade drops swiftly and cleanly, slicing through the wood in an instant. Right after the cut, the hydraulic ram drives the log piece into the splitting wedge, which can be star-shaped or multi-blade depending on the setup. In just a second, the large log is transformed into multiple small, evenly sized firewood pieces. This process repeats continuously without pause. The finished wood is pushed out onto a conveyor belt, while sawdust and small debris fall into a lower collection bin, keeping the workspace clean and efficient. The wood cutting and splitting machine stands like a powerhouse in the lumber yard. With a solid steel frame and a powerful hydraulic system, it operates with sharp, forceful movements, leaving no room for hesitation. A large log is placed on the platform. In an instant, a sharp saw blade slams down and slices through the wood decisively, the screech of metal against grain ringing through the air. Immediately afterward, a strong hydraulic push Binderberger Gigant 30Z Horizontal Splitter, giant power deep in the forest. Amidst the dense green forest, the Binderberger Gigant 30Z stands out with its robust steel frame and distinctive color. Two men stand beside the machine, their eyes focused on the precise operation. A large log is placed on the spacious support table. The powerful hydraulic arm slowly presses the thick, sharp steel splitting blade down onto the solid trunk, splitting it in two with superior force. The screeching and cracking sounds echo throughout the quiet woodland. The operator continuously adjusts the control lever, working in sync with his colleague to ensure maximum efficiency. Each squared piece of wood falls evenly onto the yard, ready for the next processing steps. The Binderberger Gigant 30Z is more than just a splitter. It is a reliable partner for all heavy-duty logging and wood processing tasks. The TM1200 and TB900 machines run continuously in the timber yard, creating an unceasing high-efficiency firewood processing line. Large, rough logs are first fed into the sharp saw blade, cutting quickly and precisely into perfectly sized pieces. Immediately after cutting, the logs are pushed down under a sharp steel splitter blade. The splitter forcefully descends, splitting the logs into uniform, upright, and sturdy firewood pieces. The splitting blade's crisp sound echoes, confirming the machine's precision and power. The neatly split firewood pieces are swiftly moved onto the conveyor bed, stacked orderly and ready for the next stage in the firewood processing chain. The entire system operates harmoniously from cutting to splitting, ensuring optimal efficiency and consistent firewood quality. The log splitter operates with a smooth and powerful rhythm. As logs are placed onto the pusher tray, the hydraulic system engages, generating strong pressure. The sharp steel wedge swiftly lowers, cutting decisively and precisely through the wood. The crisp cracking sound of splitting timber fills the air as the logs break into multiple, uniform pieces. After splitting, the smaller firewood sections are pushed out onto a conveyor or fall onto the ground, ready for transportation or further use. The cycle repeats rapidly and efficiently, creating a characteristic rhythm of professional wood processing. The Skeptic HL710 log splitter is compact yet powerful, ideal for small-scale or home firewood splitting. The machine features a sturdy steel frame in its signature orange color, equipped with an electric motor strong enough to push the sharp steel wedge swiftly into the wood. When a log is placed on the support bed, the hydraulic system activates, forcefully pushing the log against the splitting blade. The sharp steel wedge quickly descends, splitting the log into neat, evenly sized pieces. The process runs smoothly with minimal vibration, making it user-friendly even for non-professionals. Fine wood chips lightly scatter around, creating a calm and safe working environment. The operator easily controls the lever, precisely managing the splitting operation efficiently. Brute Force CS60 chainsaw machine, a red beast at work. The Brute Force CS60, painted in a striking red, stands firm on the dusty yard, like a mechanical warrior focused on its mission. One by one, logs are fed into the machine. Each downward stroke of the saw is swift and decisive, slicing clean through the wood. The push mechanism follows instantly, forcing the split. Wood fragments crack and fall, while sawdust explodes outward in bursts, like sparks from a brutal mechanical clash. The operator handles the machine with practiced precision, smooth and steady, like a conductor leading a symphony of steel. His movements are calm, controlled, yet powerful, matching the pulse of the roaring engine perfectly. Outside the machine's frame, another man stands still, eyes fixed on the operation, perhaps a technician, or simply a witness drawn in by the raw, mesmerizing power unfolding before him. Hacky Pilk 50, a brand new firewood processor, still gleaming with factory fresh paint, now takes its place at the heart of the wood yard, exuding quiet power and unmatched efficiency. Beneath the soft light of morning filtering through the workshop roof, a queue of long logs lies perfectly aligned, waiting their turn like soldiers in formation. The timber flows forward steadily, orderly, and precise toward the cutting and splitting zone, shielded by a robust protective safety mesh. It stands like a barrier of steel, separating man from machine with unwavering reliability. The operator exerts no effort. He simply stands behind the control panel, focused eyes monitoring every movement, and with a light motion, pulls down the control lever. The spinning circular saw drops instantly, a blur of steel slicing through wood with surgical precision. Within seconds, the cut log is automatically fed into the splitting unit. With one powerful motion, the star-shaped wedge tears the log into 4, 6, or 8 even pieces, as if carved by a calibrated blade. No shouting, no chaos, just the rhythm of mechanics and the crisp crack of timber breaking cleanly, a cadence of pure productivity. The Hacky Pilk 50 is not just a machine, it is a statement. Technology replacing brute force, multiplying speed, and ensuring safety without compromise. In the harsh world of timber work, it never tires, never falters, never stops. At a timber collection yard, where round logs are stacked high, a solid blue log splitter comes to life, radiating strength and purpose. Its engine growls as the sharp circular saw descends, slicing each log into precise, evenly cut sections. Then, a sturdy pusher drives the cutwood forward into a waiting hexagonal wedge. In a flash, the timber splits into multiple clean billets, as if fractured by the hands of his maker. The Series 8000 wood cutting and splitting machine works tirelessly in a vast lumber yard. The worker attentively controls the machine, syncing perfectly with its relentless roar. Each precise cut, every powerful push splits the wood decisively, without pause. The split logs are carried by the conveyor, piling up into a small mountain of timber nearby, a testament to perseverance in the fusion of human strength with machinery. Sockwhip Split X Wood Splitter, precision and steel power. The Sockwhip Split X Wood Splitter features a sturdy steel arm firmly mounted at the head to withstand maximum force with every split. Its powerful hydraulic system smoothly and precisely pushes and pulls the splitting blade back and forth. When a log is placed on the support platform, the sharp splitting blade starts moving. The strong hydraulic force pushes the steel blade into the trunk, slicing sharply, then retracts to complete the splitting process. This mechanism ensures each cut is decisive, efficient, and safe. Sockwhip Split X is more than just a splitter. It is a blend of advanced hydraulic technology and durable steel design, optimized for all wood splitting tasks. Petzolato VSP 60.60 green steel, Italian power among the ashwood. In the clearing where freshly cut ash logs lie scattered, the Petzolato VSP 60.60 rolls in, dressed in its iconic deep green armor, not to blend in, but to stand out. A bold machine, built for hardwood domination. Logs ride the conveyor up into the precision hydraulic saw unit. One decisive cut, and the ashwood yields. Instantly, the segment is transferred to the multi-blade splitting chamber, where steel wedges drop like hammers, breaking the log into perfect firewood chunks. From lift to cut, split to stack, the entire operation is smooth, fast, relentless. The green Petzolato VSP 60.60 is not just a splitter, it's a complete processing line born for high-volume work. When it meets tough ashwood, it doesn't hesitate, it performs. Splitting wood in the snow, Easton-made and old processors. In the quiet stillness of a snowy field, the Easton-made firewood processor hums gently. There's no shouting, no struggle, just the rhythmic sound of hydraulics and the satisfying crack of wood breaking in the crisp winter air. A man, bundled in thick layers, walks calmly to the loading platform. A hydraulic lift raises a heavy log, letting it roll into position with little effort. With a flick of the control lever, the circular saw slices cleanly through the log, smooth and sharp. The hydraulic ram slides forward, pushing the fresh cut into the splitting wedge. In a single motion, the steel blade drops and divides the wood into perfect segments, almost like clockwork. No heavy lifting, no wasted energy. The machine works like a seasoned woodsman, turning a once tough chore into an effortless dance of steel and timber. Split firewood glides down the conveyor, stacking neatly in the snow, precision wrapped in frost.